You're watching the evening news on ABS. Thanks for staying with us. I am Ifunanya Amafili. And our headlines trending for this evening. Smile Train Chief Executive Officer Shafa commends Mrs. Obiano for sustaining humanitarian services. Anambra State Assembly approves nominees for Local Government Transition Committee Chairman. President Buhari declines assets to 5 more bills passed by National Assembly. And on the foreign scene, Mozambique declares 3 days of national mourning for victims of Cyclone Idai. And we'll start with the news in details. The President and Chief Executive Officer of Smile Trains, Susanna Shafa, has commended the wife of the Governor of Anambra State and founder of the Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAFE, Dr. Mrs. Ebelechukwu Obiano, for her immense contributions and selfless services through her NGO. And we have details.
Ms. Shafa, who made the commendation during a global partner meeting with the CAFE team led by Mrs. Obiano at the corporate headquarters of Smile Train in New York, United States of America, noted that Mrs. Obiano has touched the lives of many children by facilitating corrective surgeries for children with congenital birth defect of cleft lip or palate in Anambra State. She acknowledged CAFE's successful collaboration with Smile Train in Nigeria for 5 years, stressing that the meeting with Mrs. Obiano is the first of its kind with a partner organization at the headquarters. The chief executive of Smile Train explained that the work of the organization is empowerment, raising of funds for awareness about cleft deformity, and channeling the funds and resources to local medical professionals in partner hospitals so that children in the communities can benefit through life-saving surgeries. In her reaction, Mrs. Obiano thanked Ms. Shafa for the technical support of the Smile Train team, which has seen CAFE felicitating over 100 free corrective surgeries performed on beneficiaries in Anambra State. She noted that the meeting has been rewarding because it has cemented the ongoing partnership between the two organizations and has also yielded additional benefits of funding through local hospitals for more awareness creation. Mrs. Obiano stated that one of the ways CAFE fights trafficking in persons is through other initiatives such as skills training and empowerment of over 4,400 women in various skills including tailoring and fashion design, soap making, bakery and confectionery, hairdressing and beauty therapy, and interior decoration, telephone and computer repairs, community health assistance services as some of the measures of encouraging their financial independence. Mrs. Obiano, who was made Smile Train Goodwill Ambassador in 2018, was accompanied to the meeting by the Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Rita Maduagu, member representing Onitsha South 2, Anambra State Constituency, Honorable Beverly Ibazu Nkemdiche, member representing Idemili North Constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Nkoleka Mmegbuaneze, and Commissioner for Women and Children Affairs, Lady Ndidi Mezue.
The State House of Assembly has ratified Governor Willie Obiano's nominees for Transition Committee Chairman of the 21 local government areas in the state. The House ratified their appointments during yesterday's plenary, and our House of Assembly correspondent, Chukwuemeka Modelim, now reports.
Out of the 21 local government transition committee chairmen that their appointments were ratified by the House, 18 are old chairmen, while 3 are new nominees. They are Mr. Emeka Okongwo, a new transition committee chairman for Dunukofia local government area, Mr. Chieloka Okoye, new transition committee chairman for Nnewi South local government area, while Barrister Austin Enendo is for Ekusigo local government area. The House ratified their appointment for 3 months in line with Section 208 of the local government law. The Deputy Speaker of the House, Sir Harford Oseke, who presided over the plenary, charged them to live up to expectation and called for the confirmation of their appointment, while the House ratified it through a voice vote. In a vote of thanks, the Transition Committee Chairman for Idemili North Local Government Area, Mr. Raphael Nnabife, assured that they will continue to do their best to move their local government forward. In their separate speeches, the Transition Committee Chairman for Orumba South Local Government Area, Chief Raymond Onyegu, and his Orumba North counterpart, Mrs. Ifi Obinabo, thanked the House for ratifying their appointment, assuring that they would continue to work with them and the executive arm of government in moving the state forward. From the State House of Assembly, Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS News.
A one-story building housing 2 shops belonging to a tailor located along Zik Avenue opposite EEDC office, Oka, went up in flames last night. ABS correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi, who visited the scene of the accident, now reports.
The fire, according to an eyewitness, Mr. Edozie Okoye, was noticed by a customer who saw smoke coming from the story building and alerted a shop owner at the ground floor. He said a call was put through to the owner of the shop, who is into tailoring and designing, but before he came, the fire has engulfed the shops. Mr. Edozie said the efforts of neighbors and passers-by, coupled with the state fire service, helped to stop it from spreading to other nearby buildings.
There's no injury, there's no life lost. It's all that the owner of the shop, when he came down, trying to see if he can help the situation, but the smoke was too much. He has to fell from the top of the building.
Did he sustain an injury?
No, it was okay.
The shop owner, Mr. Lamidi Abidim, told the ABS that he lost everything in the 2 shops he owned to the fire incident, including industrial sewing machines, manual sewing machines, clothing materials for sale, and one belonging to customers. Mr. Abidim called for assistance from anybody or group to help him pick up his life back again, as he lost millions of naira worth of goods and items to the inferno.
I use almost 5 industrial here and 2
industrial machine
and 2 normal manual one. Understand? Singer. So materials, customer materials, because I say material too. Customer material is here too. In fact, the cost of all of them is a lot of money, but what I need is help.
It's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The international community is observing today as Oral Health Day. It is a day set aside to raise a year-long global awareness on the issues around oral health, the importance of oral hygiene, prevention and control of oral diseases. And we'll join Peter Uchai, who has more details.
World Oral Health Day was declared by the World Dental Federation in 2007 and first officially celebrated in 2013. According to experts, about 90% of the world population suffer from avoidable oral diseases in their lifetime, which highlights some of the importance of dental care awareness. They also said poor oral hygiene can affect the brain and lead to memory loss and gingivitis when bacteria in the mouth spreads to the nerve channels and enter the bloodstream. Speaking on the significance of the day, Dr. Chukwudima Akabogo, who is the head of department, dental unit, Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu Teaching Hospital, Oka, noted that oral health is the good state of the architecture of the mouth and oral tissues as a whole. He stated that poor oral hygiene is the root from which all other oral health challenges grow from, noting that negative lifestyle also leads to poor oral health. Lamenting on the poor state of oral health awareness in the country, Dr. Chukwudima noted that the majority of the people only visit dentists when they already have problems, stressing that oral checkup should be done twice every year, whether there's a problem or not. Dr. Chukwudima explained that diseases such as diabetes mellitus, mild to severe problems of the mouth, could in turn lead to poor oral health.
Everyone, whether that's a problem or not, should visit the dentist at least twice every year, every 6 months, for checkup and for routine routine cleaning, what we call dental scaling and polishing. Everybody needs it, whether there's a problem or not. Everybody needs it. This simple act will reduce to the barest minimum dental problems in Nigeria.
Also speaking, Dr. Emmanuel Okafor, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment, noted that those who eat a lot of sugar are prone to oral health challenges, as sugar will soon bore holes in the teeth, leading to halitosis, popularly known as mouth odor.
People believe they know it all. They usually go to see their dentist to advise them about their oral health. So I think we need some upgrading in the way we handle oral health in the country.
Also sharing his views, a respondent, Mr. Ikechukwu Odogu, noted that oral health is primarily about keeping one's mouth odorless, saying those who don't maintain proper oral hygiene are lazy and ignorant. He then urged teachers and parents to sit up and ensure their wards take proper care of their mouths.
Personal laziness and ignorance of the ethical considerations, especially with when it concerns your mouth. For example, if after eating in the night you didn't giggle your mouth with water or brush so that you're able to sleep, you discover that the mouth will continue to decay gradually. So when somebody is ignorant of that effect, the person will become lazy to take care of his mouth, thereby developing oral disease like weak teeth, or enamels, and other.
Respondent Mrs. Wodogu Florence observed that proper oral health gives one self-confidence and boldness. In Oka, Ushe reporting for ABS News.
3 of the victims involved in the tanker accident which occurred at Upper Iweka axis of Onitsha last week have been discharged, with 4 others still receiving treatment. ABS correspondent Faith Onyemuche was at the Toronto hospital where the victims were admitted, and we have details from our studio.
The survivors of the accident admitted at Toronto Hospital were responding to treatment as confirmed by the manager at Toronto Hospital, Mr. O.C. Mbello, and the doctor at the hospital, Dr. Boza Adoba. In an interview, they said among the 17 persons brought to the hospital, 8 were dead on arrival, 2 were lost within the week, as they sustained serious injury from the accident, leaving 7 alive. Among the 7 survivors, 3 has been discharged, while 4 are still at the hospital receiving treatment. Speaking to ABS, one of the survivors, Mr. Clement Jackson, said he was coming from Imo State and was about boarding Keke to his destination when it happened. He said he broke his leg in an attempt to escape from the tanker, which has already crushed the Keke he was in. On his part, a relation to one of the victims, Mr. Damian Agunwa, said his sister, Mr. Lillian Wanko, was hawking cashew along the Upper Iweka axis where the incident occurred. He expressed gratitude to God for sparing the life of his sister, as well as other hospital management for the efficient medical care. However, the ugly incident that claimed several lives, leaving many others injured, has forced petty traders along Upper Iweka axis to have a rethink on roadside trading, which the state government frowns at.
President Muhammadu Buhari has again declined assent to 5 more bills passed by the National Assembly. His latest rejection of the bills, bringing to 26 the number of bills passed by the 8th National Assembly and rejected by the President. In a letter addressed to Senate President Bukola Saraki and read at today's plenary, the President listed the newly rejected bills to include Nigerian Film Corporation Bill, Immigration Amendment Bill, Climate Change Bill, Chartered Institute of Pension Practitioners Bill, as well as Digital Rights and Freedom Bill. The Senate had earlier set up a technical committee on declined assent to bills, chaired by David Umaru, to look into the rejected bills by the President. Although the technical committee laid its report in December last year, the report of David Umaru-led panel is yet to be considered. The maiden edition of Anambra State On-Air Personalities Hangout would hold tomorrow at Tanel World along Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, Oka. This will be the biggest gathering of on-air personalities in Anambra State involving OAPs from the over 22 radio stations and TV stations operating in Anambra State. According to Oluchi Kalu, an OAP at Anambra Broadcasting Service and one of the organizers, the event will start with the blue carpet by 12 noon. Ms. Kalu explained that Anambra OAP Hangout is the brainchild of OAPs that present Friday night cruise on ABS 88.5 FM every Friday from 9:30 p.m. and that they want to use the event to bring Anambra-based OAPs together, network, share ideas, and have fun. She said it's also an opportunity for members of the public to meet and interact with their favorite OAPs. According to her, special guests at the event include Mr. Sidon Adinuba, Anambra State Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Mr. Bonaventure Enemali, Anambra State Commissioner for Youth, Chief Uche Nwora, MD, CEO of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Marcel Manafa, SSA to the Governor Obiano on radio and television, and also a member of the board on ABS, Mr. Jude Thomas Dawan, Head of Programs, Dream FM Enugu, amongst others. She said the event will feature comedy, game shows, talk, and live music performances. Now, moving over to the foreign scene, Mozambique has declared 3 days of national mourning after powerful cyclone winds and flooding killed more than 200 people and left a massive trail of destruction across the swaths of Southeast Africa. Cyclone Idai, which hit Mozambique's port city of Beira on Thursday before moving inland, brought winds of up to 170 kilometers per hour, which flattened buildings and put the lives of millions of people at risk. Mozambique's President Filipe Nyusi said in a televised statement on Tuesday that the cyclone had killed more than 200 people, but that more bodies were still being discovered. In neighboring Zimbabwe, the official death count stands at 98, but it's likely to grow as hundreds are still missing. More than 2.6 million people across Southeast Africa have been affected in one of the worst weather-related disasters recorded in the Southern Hemisphere. And on our sports desk, Super Eagles head coach Gernot Ross says the team's next 2 games against Seychelles and Egypt are opportunities for French players to stake claims for places in the squad ahead of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. The former Bulldogs coach has handed maiden invitations to Ikowen Udo, Valentine Ozonwafo, Paul Onuachu, and Indifreke Efyong for both games. The Super Eagles are making a return to the AFCON finals after missing out on a place in the last 2 editions of the competitions. Now, don't forget that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world simply by logging onto our website, which is www.absradiotv.com, or like us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ABSRadioTV, and then follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube handle at ABS Radio TV. Before we end the news this evening, we'll go through our headlines for today. Smile Train Executive Officer Shaffer has commended Mrs. Obiano for humanitarian services. Anambra State Assembly has approved nominees for Local Government Transition Committee Chairman. President Buhari has declined assent to 5 more bills passed by National Assembly. And on the foreign scene, Mozambique has declared 3 days of national mourning for the victims of Cyclone Idai. And with that, we wrap up the news this evening. Thanks for staying with us. I am Ifunanya Amafili. Have a pleasant night.